Blue boy cops on my left. Or my right. Last name. Alrighty. We made it. Hello. There's a few people here, but it just started not too long ago, so it's going to take a bit for people to gather. For the record, you're on my bike. So there's cops right down the street. 3 of them. I'll go drive by them here in a minute. I know you are. Okay. Alrighty. So there's about 100 people out here. Alright. So there's people still gathering. We'll get there eventually. I think I might go drive by the cops again and see what they're up to. OBS is being a pain in the ass at the moment. 1 second. I'm going to restart the stream. Can you see the stream? Am I live still? Let me see the stream now. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry, I was getting an error on my screen. So, in that direction, we have a bunch of anti-protesters or whatever. Basically, a bunch of Trump lovers. So that's pretty interesting. So more than likely for like the next hour or so, we're just going to, I think it's probably just going to get together for a little bit, and then we'll move on from there. I think that's probably the plan. Right now, though, I'm going to go check out the cops. Go see what they're up to. And then we'll move forward from there. Looks like the news is out here as well, so that's pretty interesting. All right, let's go for a little ride. All right. So we're going to go around the block. It's strange that they have it. Interesting. Wait for this person to come through here. All right. So I think I mentioned to you yesterday that location right on the street. They have all the roads blocked off for that. Oh, speaking of shops, back through here. I just drove by one. They're very much so sticking around here. Oh, there's one right in front of us here. I'll drive right by here. There's a cop here. He's keeping an eye on everything. Just from the Go ahead. All right. Can't hear shit. I don't blame you. So if we come up in here, there's a cop up there on our left. I'm sure you can see it for a second or two there. Alrighty. Let's scout the area. I didn't see anybody. I don't see anybody here. We're gonna go ahead and drive right in front of these cops here up on the left. Alright. Up there on the left, the white vehicles and stuff are the cops. Wait for this other car to drive by. Alrighty. Fuck no. I have plans tonight, man. That's a bonus so far anyways. Alright. We're gonna drive down a couple more roads and see what else is up. Yeah, the wind is gonna be real. It's just the way it is. Alright. So, I don't see any down the other way. I'm actually kind of curious what audio you're hearing. Alright, nobody down there. Let's keep going. Fuck, no, I'm not going to that courthouse. That's suicide. Alright. I'm going to turn here. I don't see any other cops over there, so yeah. I wouldn't doubt it's staticky. I think it's using my phone microphone. It should be anyways. If it's using my other microphone on my headset, that'll be a pain in the ass. So we're gonna drive up here. Alright. Alright. Well, there's another one up in front of us. There's a black car at the corner up there. That's a cop. Run down the alleyway. Alrighty. Let this guy pass me here. We're going to check out these other cops before we get anywhere here. Alright. See what all these cops are up to. Okay, so there's men on Main Street. That's a bonus. Huh. Nah, I don't plan on causing shit yet. That's the opposite of the conclusion of tonight. We're going to cross this street here in a second. Alright, there's nobody down there. Alright, let's come down here. Ooh. I don't know what's trespassing, so I'm just going to stop here. So there's a cop over here. I don't know if it's public property or not. But there's a cop right there. And possibly another one around the corner. Oh, there's more over here. Over there. There's one way over there. Let's go check them out. I don't know what's public and private property, so I'm going to have to be careful about this. Alright, incoming way. There's some more there. There's some cops there. There's 4 bikers, I think, 3 or 4 bikers. So there's bikers there. I think it's like 15 cops we've seen so far. And we haven't even started. Alrighty. Let's go say hi. Oh. Nice shot. How are you doing tonight? I'm alright. Cute. Have a good night. Jesus Christ. 4 vehicles, like 10 cops. For real. Ten vehicles, like, there's like 4 vehicles there. There's like 5 or 6 cops there. It's unreal. And the majority of them were unmarked. Most of them were unmarked. Alright. We're gonna head back. So there's 4 cars there. There's about 4 or 5 cars back there. We saw 3 cars there. What's that? 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cop cars so far. Cop cars so far. Alrighty. Trumpers. I'm just glad I'm not in Portland right now. Yes, I do. Huh? 14 cops in the area, by the way. Huh? 14 cops in the area. Yeah, they tend to do that. Pretty big perimeter. 3 there, 2 over there, like 9 over there. It's ridiculous. This is Springfield, Oregon. Alright. Coming behind you. Alrighty. Let's go to the main map. Right? Yeah. Alright. Let's go ahead and come back around here. Oh boy. The All Life Matter peoples are coming in to spread the corona. Sunny as hell over here, bro. I'm gonna try to get another angle, but I like this angle. The sun is so bright. I tried. Anybody not wearing a mask right now is breaking the law.
Right?
Where's the cops at when you need them? That's the thing, by the way. Over the age of, I think, 12, you don't wear a mask and you're not within social distancing guidelines. It's against the law here in Oregon. Alright, let's get a different angle here. Terrible angle. I wish I had a better one. Let's get a better one. They're both here. Mostly it's the Black Lives Matter people. They're here. Oh, they actually got a work thing. They don't.
We have our medics here as well.
Probably. And with the 30 cops around us, more than likely. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. That was insane. Bro, it's windy out here. Yeah, no, this is Springfield, Oregon. Portland's still going to be rowdy tonight. That's not a question. Rumors has it that there's going to be live ammo tonight, which does not sound good. I'll stream about that later tonight. That's insane. Yeah, I watched the majority of it last night. I think most of the fires last night. I think last night most of the fires were started by the flashbangs and tear gas canisters being tossed, from what I saw. Alright. Live ammo, and that'll be on the Fed side, supposedly. It was posted on the Wall of Moms page, I believe. I'm gonna say it now. I have a lot different stream than I did last night. I'll tell you that. Ah, I did not know that. I did see one fire lit by them, I believe, and that was at the doorway. Well, yeah, it's easier to hide your face at night. So, we are about I believe, a block away from the jail. So this might go down there at some point. We'll see. Anyways, we're moving to the stage. We'll move. Yeah, last time I believe they were here, it got pretty heated. It didn't go very well. I believe a few fights got started, and a couple people got arrested last time this happened. Oh yeah, always, man, always. I do my best. It's actually smaller than I expected. I expect more people to be here, but I think most of the people are from Portland at the moment, anyways. Right? It's pointless. I don't understand it at all in the slightest. I have no idea what she just said. Yeah, trying to start a generator. That's funny. What is? Sorry. This is in person. I'm in person at the moment. No. By not voting, you actually voted for Trump. Just saying.
My name is Marcus Angelo. I want you guys to understand that a lot of these people here do not understand what you need. Say the things you say. So that creates division, that creates distrust, that creates hatred and anger when we need to say it together. So what I'd like to do is, what do you need? We can say the things you say, and let's talk from there. I understand where you guys are coming from. I want to emphasize that. But I also understand where they are coming from. I have talked to you guys. I talk to you guys day in and day out. And at the end of the day, there is a misunderstanding. So I ask you guys, what do you mean when you say the things you say? Because I would say, you say all kinds of bastards, I say I disagree. As the people, say, what do you mean? Thank you.
All right. So thank you for asking that question. I think that that's a really important really important question that we get all the time, so I'm glad that I have so many of you guys here that we can kind of give that answer to you guys. So we know that the term ACAB, all cops are bastards, is extremely triggering. Not only to you guys, to some people of color as well. And so we had the discussion, okay, what does this mean and why do we say it? So when something like that is said, what they're referring to is that the system, the police force, every system put in place to protect, or put in place to marginalize and oppress people of color. So, one thing, and I'm so glad I'm getting to talk to you guys about this, because this is why I get so frustrated. So when we say we want to defund the police, we want to abolish the police, we are not saying that there should not be a protective force in place. We are not against guns. We believe that the community can protect itself, and right now there is a police force that is responsible for taking care of everything. So the same person who goes and handles possibly like a terrorist in town is the same person who's sent to go handle a person with disabilities. That is a problem. And so what we believe should happen is that the funding that has gone to the police should be split to different systems. So they should be put into different systems. One of them being people who are here to serve and protect our community, including the community that includes people of color. Okay? So with that said, I'll talk to bastards. Let's say you know somebody in your life that is a cop and you don't think they're a bastard. So what we mean by that is that if let's say you didn't know, and then all of a sudden someone comes up to you, teaches you about all this stuff, and you know that the system that you are working for oppresses minorities, and you still aren't willing to stand up and look at your boss and be like, hey, like I'm here to serve and protect my community, but these rules that I'm following is saying something else. I still want to serve and protect my people of color. I still want to protect everyone. So can we change these rules so they protect people of color as much as they protect white people so they aren't, so you guys get what I'm saying?
Don't worry, I'm one of the, I'm really cautious about social distancing, don't worry about that. So, it appears currently that they're talking with the non-Trumpers at the moment, or the Trumpers are talking with the non-Trumpers at the moment.
I'm half German, I can say that.
What this movement is about, they're taking it off too. It's about the destruction of this country.
I mean, I'm all for this movement. Like, I'm totally into this, but I'm not against guns either. Like, people should have their guns. There's no reason they shouldn't.
Dragging people out of the cars and beating the hell out of them. Attacking little kids. Stomping on your head. No, I don't get behind that. If we want to be united, then we need to get united behind a just cause. And that's what it's going to, because we all live. So we're going to figure it out one way or the other. And I hope that we figure it out. People are getting sick and tired of seeing our homes and towns burned up, beaten up, dragged out of the cars.
Nah, man, we've been protesting this stuff for years. This isn't the first time. It has nothing to do with the political race currently happening.
That's what we're coming down to. I hope somebody can understand. Because the message we need to be given out there is the police need to go back to protect and serve, to honor the Constitution, to protect all of us.
Nobody said that they were trying to tear down the Constitution, bud. has to do with cops and black people. Giving people the rights that they well deserve and whatnot.
I just need to add this before I let someone else speak. I signed retired for the last 54 days of solo riding. We're tired of 400 years of the same shit. So if you're tired of that, let's come together. So Black Lives Matter.
What in the world are the cops doing?
I'm Emma. I identify as they, them, but if that's hard, you can call me he. I don't get offended. So, first of all, I did not like to say Holocaust bastard for a long time. It just felt a little aggressive. And then I realized something. The police is a weapon of white supremacy. It's always been a weapon of white supremacy.
Oh, they're calling us shit now.
Always, from the very beginning. It has served to protect
That's actually facts, by the way.
and white centralization. Look at my face. I look like you. So here we go. You talked about a cause, right? You talked about a cause to unite us. Raise your hand if you've been to the Justice Center in Portland in the last 55 days. Anybody? Anybody from here been to the Justice Center in the last 55 days? I was there last night. Let me tell you what it's like, because we're talking about a cause to bring us together. Currently what's happening in Portland now is there is an unmarked militia from different branches of the militarized government. They are arresting people for being peaceful in the streets, mostly. Listen, there has been violence. There's been violence there. There's been infighting. We have a bunch of prominent people who have lost their entire fucking lives. They're angry. And they're getting beat up every time. They're not elected, but they're
People get too close to me. I need to back off.
I'm angry. That's a rock. It's hard to go down there and not be angry. You have, these are unidentifiable, unchecked federal militia arresting people, taking them to unknown locations, not hooking them, not needing their Miranda rights. These are So you want to talk about a just cause? You want to talk about the Second Amendment? Why does the Second Amendment exist? In case an unidentifiable, unchecked militia arises from the government. And on top of this, you have, we all know who the Proud Boys are. You have people, maybe Proud Boys, but definitely not federal militia, that are dressing just like the federal militia. They're taking people off the streets.
Out of curiosity, does anybody in the chat know why the police was created in the first place?
So when you talk about a just cause, I look at this unidentifiable, unchecked federal militia with militarized weapons.
It's not frozen for me. Then again, I'm the only streaming.
One final word, that's all I'm saying. If you need to hear that, he said, if you didn't hear what's happening up there, it ain't shit to what they're going to provide to us here if you start doing this again. Just to make that clear what we see. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about the prosecutors. Well, I think the ladies over there. Yes, are we at Springfield? Or Front Oregon? Okay. I'm not going to ask you to give your names right, but I'm sure that Springfield, Oregon is not immune to the national pandemic of domestic abuse. Maybe you don't know somebody who's been abused by their partner. Maybe you don't know, maybe it's not you. What if in this case,
Does anybody in the chat know why the police was created in the first place? Do you you understand the original purpose of the police?
genuinely what they are, but instead they could send a counselor, a de-escalator, a marriage therapist. You wouldn't have to pay. What if that was a new law? What if that was a reality? Would that be enough for you to do this? Would you do this? So when we see people in the police, when we say all types of doctors, we're paying the system, it's like, this is broken. You should get money to go to help your friends that have been abused by their husband. This has to be done.
Cute. Thank you, Christopher, for subscribing. Much appreciated.
I'm confused.
Uh-oh, just getting out of hand. Sorry about the wind, guys. You gotta remember that we're after defunding the police and having them. The entire purpose for them is to protect us, right? It's not used to, maintain, to go and help people in a fire. It's not supposed to be used for people with mental illness or somebody who's disabled. We have other things for that. As a matter of fact, here in Oregon, in our local area, we have a thing called Cahoots, and they take care of the mentally ill and whatnot. That is the entire purpose of that. That's why here, in particular, in Springfield, Eugene area, we're trying to get the police defunded and redirect those funds to Cahoots, which will take care of the poor people, the hungry people, the people that are have mental illness and whatnot, without the worry of them needing to, or without the worry of going to jail because they have a mental illness or disabled or whatever, or they're on drugs or whatever it may be. That's the reason why we want to fund police here.
The first thing that came to my mind when you were mentioning just the saying themselves, Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. was like thinking about it.
Correct. You would be correct. Jaded, that is correct. Cops are there. We would still have cops into a faction that would help protect people.
We haven't done everything you guys are saying about beating up cops and doing that. Our community has not done any of that. So I don't know where that. So specifically, you people that are having a conversation with you.
We would have separate areas of our community
if you guys are saying,
with specific tasks. I think there was a paper on it that laid out every job that would be taken over that the cops are currently in charge of. Obviously, the cops are still needed to protect us in the aspects like if you get robbed or something of that nature. That still needs to be handled by somebody who's professionally trained to do that manner. But instead of globally training cops to do every job out there poorly, we can train them to do one job properly and correctly in the right manner, opposed to them trying to, take care of everything else amongst the world.
Here for Black Lives Matter, because even the gentleman over there said, I'm for cops, but I know something needs to be changed. I know it does. So do you understand how much it hurts?
Why have one person do all the jobs when you can have multiple different organizations take care of those jobs properly, opposed to doing it wrong in the first place? My personal opinion.
You know what? All lives matter, so Black Lives Matter, so we're going to make Black Lives Matter, then we can talk about all lives matter.
There's no reason the police should do every job poorly. They should just do one job properly, and that helps protect us. By the way, everybody, thank you so much for popping out and joining us. I agree, Stray. They are not mental experts.
The media. That's it, because you gotta understand what is publicized. You think a piece of program is what is publicized, or you think the person who flipped over a car and attacked somebody makes it on the news? But look, you gotta keep things quiet. Everyone's asking, why can we not come together? We're doing it. And do you understand how much tension there is? You understand what I asked you guys to share with us to show you the power of the united front, how we will silence. You know, ask everybody, everybody.
Ow, that hurts. It's called self-defense training. Everybody should have it. There's classes you can take for that, self-defense training. Just saying. Things get out of hand and it starts getting criminal, like violent, then you call in the police. That's their job. But there's still no reason to kill them over it, which is usually what happens with mental illness. I think 2 or 3 people have done that. Or you can call in, you can call in the hospital and have them, what am I thinking? You can always have them come in and, sedate them. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. You can sedate them.
Okay, so one thing. You're not saying all cops are like people. You're saying that you are bad because
Love it.
It's systematically racist and attacking people of color. If you think those racist, I don't know if people are good people or whatever, but I don't look at someone that you say is a good person if they think there's something that's wrong. Because if your friend, it's just like if a woman gets raped, but it's your friend, you're like, oh, I don't know. You know what I mean? That's still my friend. You know what I mean? It's like he did something bad, but because it's your friend, you know when he's a cop, you're saying all cops are bad people. It's not the same thing. And also another thing is, Martin Luther King also was not a non-believer of violence. He did believe in violence. They were arrested, if you do your homework, they were arrested. They were not that, right? You know what I'm saying? They were arrested after killing him in the guard him, saying that if you brought upon violence, that a lot of people would get killed. But the church that Martin Luther King did preach at,
Hey, am I still live? Out of curiosity, guys.
they were not against guns or violence. They did not preach that because that's what the movement wanted him to preach. Or once he started, if you look at the video, he started to believe what Malcolm X was saying, and that's why he was murdered. Literally, these are actual facts. Also, this people is killing black people at a higher rate, more per capita. And if you don't understand what that means, I'll explain it to you. So since there's 191 people, and white people in prison, and there's 91 black people, when you say more white people are killed by police and black people, there's no fucking shit because there's more white people in America than black people.
I will be right back, everybody.
Okay.
I think. Give me a second.
This man up here, he didn't agree saying that the system is wrong. So if the system is wrong, why do you not want to fix it? Why do you guys take up Blue Lives Matter flag so much as you're so full fixing the system? I don't understand that as well. You're not a political movement. Let me finish. You're not a political movement. Anti-police movement. You think that once the police are gone, that all the country is going to disappear? That's one definitely black supremacy. It's the prison system. It's the school system. It's the judicial system. It's more than just the police.
Might not try to help them instead. Put them in a place to get better, to get off drugs.
There's no white supremacy in this country. So, what are you doing? The KKK.
So if you think about it, all the homeless people, all the people on drugs, all these people more than likely have mental illness. What's the best way to deal with these people? With a mental illness movement to get people hired to take care of mental illness, to take care of people.
Should be something that should be allowed in this country. Okay. So just so we're clear, you are racist, I'm guessing. Because I can only repeat one thing to you. That's funny. But if you think that the KKK should be a first organization, I would say they should.
Think about it, if we took all the people that are in jail for drugs and stuck them in a mental health facility instead, you'd probably pay the same amount of money for that person to be in jail than to be in that mental health facility to get them better. Instead of locking them up in places, driving crazy. Also, if you're thinking this will cost you more, it's pretty unlikely. Local governments that have police have to pay taxes already for cops that do jobs, as well as pay taxes towards the police stations and jails and prisons. That money can be allocated, most of it can be reallocated to places where it actually matters, like mental health and whatnot. instead of whatever, meaning your taxes probably wouldn't go up. I'm one of those people, legalize and regulate drugs. But the likelihood of that happening is pretty low, unfortunately.
Start looking forward to the back. At the end of the day, it should be healing. It should be all lives matter. It should be the unity of all lives all together here. All together here. Everybody matters.
Well, if they don't want to change, that's when you stick them in mental health facilities, permanent ones. It's like jail, but they're actually helping people instead. Just saying. There's already places like that. They're called mental memory care centers. But they're mainly people that have poor memory with like Alzheimer's and stuff like that. I'm not going to talk about legalizing drugs this stream because it's just simply not the proper stream for that. I'm for it, and I'll leave it at that.
United we stand strong. Divided we fall. When we were over here, you guys divided us come over. You guys put up the wall. That's the term to divide us. That's the problem. They all need to come together. And you got some people when you put that divide down, how are we going to get together? How are we going to get our peace? I could go talk to this person.
I agree. I was watching a TV show where they stuck a person in a reality TV show. I'm not sure say reality. It's like Big Brother.
I know how frustrating it can be when someone sounds like they're agreeing with you and they say one little comment like, but we don't agree with you, do something with you.
Matter of fact, something to note is they also stick people that are like crazy in facilities that they're unable to leave, period, end of discussion.
This protest today there's going to be completely peaceful and it's going to be to talk about that exact problem. So I don't know why you're angry if you're saying you agree with it and we're going to have a peaceful protest, which is our right. So why does that make me mad? You said that you didn't be here today if you weren't here.
Well, hey, cops are coming back around.
Okay, we don't advertise our group as a anti-police group. We make it very clear everybody that we are anti-police. We make that very clear. We want to harm people. That's not our only goal. Understand that. Understand another thing. You guys are talking about the Constitution. Okay? Very clear. I do not talk to people. When the Constitution is written, people walk away when they were saved. So I don't want to say that when we say uphold the Constitution, that Constitution is not have to do with my people. I want to for my people. I want for black people. Another thing. Okay, and we've answered that question a number of times. Okay, I'll answer it. So, this is what we want to do. When we say, what we're going to do is someone gets this or something like that. That's a vicious time, a violent time, right? So, you said that, you said it multiple times. We don't believe in militant truth. You don't need to call the police for every single problem that happens in our neighborhood. The police, I don't want the police, I don't want them to call that people when they're involved in it. I want it to be some type of enforcement that is called in for things that they need to be called in for, people that need them. And I don't understand. They There will be an on-shore, there will be things like the news, there will be street control, there will be multiple systems in place for the host.
Talking about chaos. Oh my god. That's freaking hilarious. The guy in the background yelled, "Dude, talking about chaos." That's hilarious.
That's why you have to reach any of those nationals. They'll get to any national movement, international, crisis, UAS, crisis in America, because people are scared. We can't be all together. We can't be all together, but you guys are going to look at me my face and say it's grocery, but you guys don't want to look at me and put in rules, the better. You can't. That doesn't make any sense. That's so backwards to say that.
I want to say something real quick. Everyone here, if you are serious about arguments with people, you should read our demands. So our demands. What I was saying was, it's a plan. One of the plans, everything here is, I know we keep saying we are not just focused on abolishing the police, but this is also right now rules. These are one thing that is better adopted. So, one of our things was, is communicating this abolishing the system. Let's say there was a cop that worked for the system, for the system. They have no record of doing anything.
Can you not smoke over here? That'd be appreciative.
One of these people that you guys are so upset that the ACAB exists. They will have the opportunity to reapply to one of these systems. I want to make that really clear. That's what we decided we did. And that was our job. Because we do have to understand that even though all my experiences with that, and everyone is human, right? And so that is, I want you guys to understand that. So as you do a test here, you do a we do understand that some of these people in there are there saying, oh, I turned up the system and tested. Why wouldn't I do it? They are doing too. Why are they mean? Why are they out here as not as us? And why are they still following the same rules? That's why it's so confusing. And then one thing I want to say too,
Is that really? Interesting.
you would like to know, that there's a deal, I mean, everyone has their different things. Look at the BLM movement and whatever.
I believe I saw a news guy over there originally streaming as well.
And so, I would want it for the people that are here listening, that are hearing this, okay, I'm hearing it. How can people listen to it off?
I'm gonna stand up.
All lives matter because Black lives matter.
If you don't know who we are we the people. Alright, that's who we are. You asked us to come up here, you said to send 3 people from your group, put them in a large group, and come to listen to the thing. Okay? And now we're in front of these people that all do that kind of array up and little. We're up. That's fine. We never said that we're going to take some mutual agreement with people who don't believe Black Lives Matter. That's the end of the conversation.
Everyone, can you do this one on please? But there is no limit on their side, because you want to let everyone know, letting me know to let everyone know. Okay. No, they're saying, not good. There's someone else. Come up here. Where are you? I know you're here.
Okay. So you're asking this is why is it Black Lives Matter or what other something else would you do? So we're trying to make compromise. We are trying to make compromise. We don't think that we're going to put in different types of systems. That's a compromise. Okay, you don't need all the systems, not everything out there. That's a okay.
I need a better phone. That's what it comes down to in the end.
When was the last time that you guys saw this dude come to this library and march around this neighborhood and start writing? Have you guys ever seen that? Okay, no, you've never seen that. That's vandalism? Small? Okay. Understand this. Okay, understand this. As a person of color, and I mean this in a very respectful way, you guys are presidents for 400 years, beat us. No, that's, okay. We have been a okay. We have been a okay. Our people, are you going to speak? Are you going to speak?
Yeah, their mics aren't the greatest here, and it's really loud around here right now. Yes, please. Thank you very much.
I have these facts to back it up. I'm sure you actually because you don't see this. I have the facts to back it up. I'll read it from a very simple way. You guys are so fucking lucky that black people just want equal rights instead of wanting to overcome the fucking issue that we don't care. You guys are so lucky that all we want is equal rights. That's all we want. What's that? What's your voice?
Yeah, give me a minute.
Like, no one who cares what color you are, black people, oh, we're gonna be a president. Like, that's the thing. You guys are all fucking off. It doesn't matter what color our skin is. It doesn't matter what fucking color our skin is. Because we are fighting every fucking day. So black lives. It doesn't matter what color our skin is. We're gonna be back to black lives. Black people, black women, every time you're like you're gonna vote for the same kind of a white man, and so you're black. It doesn't matter. It's working respectful to my skin because my skin is beautiful. All the people are recognized. Some people recognize. What color our skin is? You agree that we got people right, but you agree that black people right? There's a time to walk away from Constitution. That was not.
By the way, later tonight I'll be restreaming a bunch of streams tonight of the Portland protest after this finishes up. All right, Jada, you have a good rest of your night. All right.
Look. We are having the wrong conversation. We can't sit here and ask for unity and claim that we said black lives didn't matter. We can't sit here and ask for unity and assume people are racist. Because when we go casting our stones and accusing each other, it creates these defense mechanisms, these barriers that they share and you all share. I see it here before me today. I see when somebody says something you don't like, you're so quick to argue and boo and put them down instead of listening to what they have to say. I don't care what your viewpoint is. I don't care what you believe in. We all understand this system is broken. And we let we let the conversation start and end there. This system is broken. How do we make it better for our children? You guys
All right, well, have a good rest of your day.
Black Lives Matter. You guys can do that and you support that because Black Lives do matter. This time round. Listen, you're not listening. You're not listening. So, look, you guys really want unity. So we gotta stop bickering over a little disagreement. I understand what happened in the history of my people. I understand it very well. But if we stay, you're not listening. If we stay worried about the past, I'm not saying don't learn from the past. And that is not what they are saying. They are saying we are getting too hung up on race and letting it divide us. And that is what all of them are saying. They are saying we're getting too hung up on race instead of looking, hey, it's 1% versus the 99%. It's the elite who control this world and have the billions and fund us and keep us against each other. That is what you guys need to understand. And they'll use race as long as they can to keep us divided. I am not saying black people are not oppressed. I am not saying we don't end up in jail in insane amounts, because it does happen. There is no denying that the criminal justice system is an institution of modern-day slavery. I would say it no other way. But look, you guys are saying, okay, how can I sit here with a police shirt back to blues? It's because even though I understand the system is corrupt, I understand that we must talk to the police. We must unite with the police as much as that triggers you. Because listen, it's the police at the end of the day who are American citizens. And when you talk to them, and when you unite with them, the military, the police, the politicians, when we get together, it's not being so triggered, it's not being so offended, it's quick to bark and yell as soon as you disagree. It's kids to disagree, it's listening to each other.
Even if we fix those systems and we don't fix Black Lives Matter, they will not benefit from whatever changes.
That's what we're saying. We gotta fix the system for everybody. You guys want mental health, we want mental health too. You guys want better rights for black people, we want better rights too. That's it. But look, the thing is, you gotta have a conversation. Look at what we're doing. It's just not proof. It's just not proof of our own heart. Look how we're arguing amongst ourselves instead of listening to each other. Yeah.
Hey, y'all, family.
I've been watching this live for about 30 minutes, and I've had enough of it. I haven't really had enough of I'm getting frustrated because I have some work to do. I grew up in a small-ass town, smaller than Springfield, more red than Springfield, more top-level than Springfield. I came into this movement, I'm also a coach. We have one team. If one of my cheerleaders does something that is disrupting the team, then the whole team is disrupted. So if there's one officer in one of these police departments who are killing and murdering and not protecting and serving, that's not playing on the fucking team. So the whole team needs to fucking rest, okay? I'm not done. I heard someone say, we the people, united we stand. Yeah, we are the people, and united we should stand. However, if you have a semi-truck with 16 wheels, and one of those wheels has a flat tire, what are you going to fucking do? You're going to motherfucking repair it. So, there is a whole bunch of motherfucking ethnicities in the United States of America. If you're not oppressed, if you're not in the system, by the way, you need to listen to them. There are seven in places. There are pipelines being taken out of ancient land. We need to listen to those people as well. But right now, we are saying that black... 4 years ago. That's not the point. We understand that all lives matter. We understand that. We know that and we believe that. However, if we are feeling that black lives do not matter within all of the lives, then we need to unite together. If you're saying that we are united we stand, then stand with us and just fucking fight for black lives with us. That's all we fucking want. That's all we want. We need to unite with the police officers when they fucking relinquish their justice.
to be driving around Central Oregon. Who here has heard of DWB? Who has heard of DWB? Driving while black. Not driving while under the influence, but driving while black. I heard that statement when I was 11 years old for the first time. I have not understood it more and felt it more as a 25-year-old woman than I ever have in my whole entire life. That's not okay. I shouldn't have to fear for my dad's life just because he's black while driving. I shouldn't have to fear for one of my brother's life over here because they are black while driving. Yes, there are white lies that are being taken, but why are they not televised on the motherfucking news all over the media? Because they're not getting taken at traffic stops. That's why. That's why. They are not being killed for having a traffic light in their car. They are not being killed for selling cigarettes outside of a store. They are not being killed for walking as a 12-year-old boy with a motherfucking shotgun in his pocket. They are not being killed for saying no officer. They are not being killed for falling asleep in the middle of the night and not answering the motherfucking door. Go! Go! I am asking, all I'm begging, is if you guys were having someone to fight for, if All Lives Matter had an actual legitimate reason to stand up and fight for something, what is All Lives Matter fighting for? They should be fighting for Black lives if All Lives Matter. If All Lives Matter had a reason to fight, I would be there with you fighting. I don't see a reason why these Black lives don't matter. Okay? We understand it. We want to unite. We want to be together. We don't want to be with police officers who are taking people's lives for no reason and shooting them point blank and kneeling on their motherfucking neck. I heard someone say that he agrees with having mentally trained officers. Cool. We have to help. We have to help. Air trade and de-escalation. Guess what? I could come in and take out someone who is trying to fucking kill someone in their house. Because guess what? If I have people behind me who are trained, they can take out that exact same person just with the exact same training that the police have. There doesn't need to be police when we have a whole community of people who can be committed to protecting and serving us. It doesn't have to be a government-trained fucking system. That's not working for the community, that's working for the government. And as we see in Portland, the government obviously doesn't fucking like us. And I'm not just saying Black lives. The government doesn't like humans in general. When we say Black Lives Matter, that's all we need point blank. That's all we need point blank. When we say save the whales, that's all you fucking need point blank. All you can say is, yes, Black Lives Matter. How can we help? How can we help you feel that Black Lives Matter? How can we help you feel? How can we help Black Lives Matter? Because if all lives matter, then Black lives should too. There should be no opposition. There should literally no opposition. If there is all lives matter, why is there opposition? Because there is a systematic, teaching in people's brains that has been set. It was in my brain too. I grew up in a very white town. I thought that a lot of the things being said to me were not wrong. You gotta grow out of that. You gotta get out of your motherfucking ego. You gotta just do that and understand when things are hurt, that they're hurt. Not that you're hurt too. Listen to their hurt. We will unite in the badges of religion.
Okay, so I'm in now again. So one of our supporters brought this to my attention, which I thought was a really good point. I wanted to just reflect it on everybody here. First of all, so abolishing the police is obviously a process. You can't just be like, all right, cop, gone. That's not going to work. But there are steps to get there. One of those steps is defunding. And we should all, no matter what side of this we're on, know what the mechanism of defunding is. We've been defunding schools as the United States of America for how long? It's the same principle. By the way, the school system, the public school system in particular, from my experience, also a weapon of white supremacy. Fight me on this. That's my first point. Second point is this, is the stories of history. So there has been a time in recent history where there's been a combination of the military and the police force under a dictator. It happened in Europe earlier in the 1900s. Does any of the history buffs in the back want to come up and finish that story? You know where we're going? When the military and the police were working together, quite secretly, to play out the agenda of the authoritarian supremacists. So I want to talk about what happened after that. Because after that, they realized, collectively, we really fucked this up. And so it's particularly with the police. So, does anybody know how long it takes to be trained as a police officer in the town of Springfield, Oregon?
Not long enough.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like 7 to 8 weeks. 7 to 8 weeks. In Germany, which remember, they have a history that we can somewhat identify with at this point. Sadly, police officers go through incredible historic training so that they know before they take a badge what side of history they're on. This helps prevent the same thing from happening again. This is extensive. It takes like 3 years or 4 years. It's like a college degree to become a police officer in Germany. That includes mental health training. That includes de-escalation tactics. That includes when and where and how and why to use a motherfucking deadly weapon. This is just history. This has already happened. They've written the fact that they've written it.
So then why aren't you fighting to have the training being extended?
What do you think you're on with? Read engineers. Look at what we're saying.
You're fucking police. Get rid of them. That doesn't sound like trying to retrain and make a better training. Look, I can hear yell too, but I mean, we're trying to have a real conversation.
Okay, we're going to read this document. That just doesn't feel good. People can do that homework. They can do that homework. We come out here to remember why we're fighting for equality, to listen to people speak. And by the way, if we're going to defund and rebuild a new sort of security system, shouldn't we be listening to people who have been oppressed by it their whole entire fucking lives? Seriously. Because honestly, look at my fucking face. We fucked up. We fucked up. We fucked up for centuries. We're not just talking about the U.S. We're talking about history. White supremacy has existed for a long time. And it's done a lot of harm to a lot of people, not just in the United States. So it's time for us to be like, yo, we can pass the mic.
It'd be nice.
Do you have anyone else I can see?
I see you guys are rational. I see, before me I see rational people. I see people who are thinking for themselves. I see people who love their country. I see people who want a better world. And that is what it's all about right there. Is that all of us want a better world. No offense, but there's a lot of accusations going on both sides. A lot. And at the end of the day, until we drop the accusation and the misunderstanding, we will never hear each other out. We will never unite. And we can't be sitting here chanting unity all day when we're accusing each other of different things, right? Because, like, there's this polarized conversation going on where, like, oh, Black Lives Matter is thugs and they're rioting, and these guys are neo-Nazi, Trump supporting, whatever. And everyone hates each other. Everyone looks at each other and they're like, hey, there has to be division amongst us. Look, we did not come here in a counter-protest. We came here to understand where you guys are coming from, but we have to drop the emotion.
Until we got, I'm not saying don't be passionate. I'm not saying don't be hungry in your fight for freedom. I'm not saying don't care. But I'm saying we get so emotional, we fail to listen to what each other is saying, right? And again, we did not come to counter protest. I see some counter protesters came to my rally. It wasn't really my rally. But anyway, we came to understand, to listen, right? And that is why we are here today. First of all, I appreciate you guys giving me a platform to speak. I've listened to what you guys are saying, and I understand at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We all want better police. We all want more options for mentally disabled people. We all want the same things. We do. Trust and believe that. We just have a miscommunication, a misunderstanding on how we're going to get there. So it's like until we relax and breathe and sit down and talk to each other, and all the yelling back and forth, it doesn't help us. It doesn't help us. As much as we're accustomed to doing it, as much as, we're yelling at each other back here and calling them racist and thinking you guys are thugs, this, that, and other, it's all based off false assumptions. So we got to get away from it. You have a question for me?
Yeah. Are you guys going to replace the abortion group? I'm not.
Okay.
He was playing his accordion during the Black Speech, so. I know. Actually,
Okay.
No, I'm not.
All right.
I'm not here for that.
Okay.
What I'm talking about is so much bigger.
Okay, one thing from what you said is coming together to unite. You can't unite with a system that's not put in place for us. But listen to this thing. Now you're saying that we need to stop being so emotional and stop yelling at you guys or disagreeing.
All of us need to stop yelling at each other.
Let me finish. Okay. Let me finish. Now, that point was somewhat valid, but I also want to bring this point back up, is that, once again, we would not be yelling at you guys would not be yelling at us if you guys weren't coming out here to counter protest. You didn't come here to protest with us, so if you would not,
Why
okay,
is it
like I said,
with you or against you?
you can't say you're not with me or against me, because either way, if there was no Black Lives Matter movement, if we didn't come here today, you guys would not still be on that corner holding all those flags. You wouldn't. To be honest, you would not be out here. So that is a counter protest. No. Whether you need to counter protest, agree with us or disagree, you coming out here holding up flags and being in a separate location while we are here is a counter protest. No, that's a counter protest. Also, understand this. Now, when we say
I don't blame you. I haven't watched it well
do you
either.
feel like police need tear gas? Do they need militarized weapons? Do they need those? Do they need tanks? Do they need? No, let me finish. Do they need those things? No, they don't need those things. Not the military, correct?
Only reason I ever turn on mainstream media is to check out the Portland protest and see what they have to say about it. It's never usually good.
It doesn't protect the country. That's not what they're here for. They're not the military. So they don't need tanks. They don't need tear gas. Tear gas is literally abolished from war. They're committing war crimes on citizens in this country. You literally cannot use tear gas in war. But they are using tear gas on people who don't have weapons. It doesn't matter. If you are a trained police officer, a trained federal agent, and you get attacked by a regular protester, you feel like that you need more deadly weapons to kill them. And they're attacking you, doesn't matter. They're regular people. They don't have guns, and they don't have rubber bullets, and they don't have tear gas. That is literally abolished from war first. I want you to understand that. There's people in Florida that are getting arrested as war criminals. War criminals. People in Florida get arrested as war criminals, but the federal agents are literally throwing expired tear gas at people. Literally, shooting people with rubber bullets that hurt damn near as bad as fucking real bullets. Like pregnant women, kids, like that. All right, and it doesn't matter. Also, we have the right to protest in the street. When we're marching, we're trying to make a point. We're trying to be heard, because when we just try to be heard regular in situations like this, when we come and sit down, people aren't hearing us, so we have to interrupt traffic so that people can understand why we're out there. Also, do you feel like the people that are rioting, do you think that a building as far as like Starbucks, a multi-billion-dollar corporation, is worth a Black life? Do you feel like that? I don't think that anybody out there feels like a multi-billion-dollar corporation. That Starbucks that got broken, that Five Guys that got broken, those can easily be replaced. A Black life is non-replaceable. You understand? It's a black person is non-replaceable. So when we go out, I'm not saying that I'm for rioting. I'm not saying that I'm against it. I'm saying that rioting is the voice that I heard, like you said, what Martin Luther King said. But I think that sometimes to get rid of the guns, you have to pick up the gun. That's what Huey P. Newton said. So for the people that are rioting, I defend every single tactic because I'm not gonna tell a person of color how to feel and how to express their anger because that's not the right thing to do. Those buildings are replaceable. The object is replaceable. People are not replaceable.
I just wanted to comment on something you said too, about accusations going back and forth. So one reason why we get like super tense, let's say you really, like that's literally the definition of a counter protest, so let's not call it that. Let's say you're just standing there. I don't know if you guys are aware, but people in the Springfield community, maybe you know, maybe you don't, Eugene community, are posting every single time we post that we are about to have a peaceful protest, that they are going to send people to run over. And they use the N word with the hard R. So as you guys are here, you guys are also speaking, you keep saying we, they. If you are really here, then you guys need to start talking to those people that will actually listen to you guys. If they see you guys are holding flags, and they're holding flags too, maybe they'll listen to you and say, hey, when you say you're going to go run over a peaceful protest, but you're for the Constitution, and that is their constitutional right, something isn't adding up here, so why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Do either of you guys want to speak?
Oh, shoot, man. One of the people in Portland just went live. Man, that kills. I want to watch that stream. Wonder how it's going in Portland right now. Anybody give me a heads up what's going on up there?
I don't care what it is. You got listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. We gotta change the conversation. We can't look at this as a counter protest because I did not come here to counter protest you guys. Understand that? I came here in support of you guys. You don't know why I came here. Because I understand that this system is corrupt. Don't tell me what I came here for. I came here to understand that you guys want a better life for your children. You guys want a better life for black people. You guys want a better life for yourselves. I am all for that. So at the end of the day, we can say, why are you guys not here?
By the way, thanks everybody for coming out.
So that we show up with our American flag, we show up with our people, and it's, hey, you guys are racist. Why are you guys mad? This, that, and the other.
Sorry about that.
At the end of the day, we came here to support. We came here, and we can have our disagreements. It doesn't matter. We can disagree, but we must find common ground. Thank you for having me.
Right, that is true, but it's not up for opinion or disagreement that Black Lives Matter, okay? That's just another thing. This is a great example, and this just came up to my head, so I just need to say this before I pass this back. We just told you what a counter-protest is, right? So you guys didn't know. So we educated you guys on what a counter-protest is, and then you still aren't listening. You said, well, that wasn't my intent, so that's not what it was. That's the same conversation that's happening with everything else, like with these cops and with everything else. We're sitting here and saying, look at these stats, look at this, and you're like, well, they didn't really need to do that, so we're just not going to talk about it. No, if we're telling you something, and we're telling you the actual definition of what a counter-protest is, and you aren't trying to counter-protest, then you stop doing it. Like, that's just how it is. You listen. If I'm telling you that is a counter-protest because it literally is, then you take that, you educate yourself, and you find a way to unite them. Because a counter-protest is not uniting. If you know anything about Black unity, people beg us to come counter-protest the pro-police protest. They beg us. All these people to be like, are you guys coming? Are you guys coming? We do not do that because it doesn't come from love. No education comes from a counter-protest. So we expect the same thing from you. If you guys are about unity and you guys are holding your own thing, we wouldn't show up there just because Ty said if you guys weren't there, we wouldn't have been there. So we're doing our own thing.
Yeah, have a good night, Squid.
This isn't to say that this isn't
no problem.
Matter. This is a Black Lives Matter.
I don't know when the next one is locally, but I will definitely live stream the next one. This one seems to go well.
For my guy with the long hair, for him to say that he understands that he supports Black Lives, I don't really understand his point like the whole day because he's kind of going in circles. But he came here with a Blue Lives Matter shirt on, but then tried to sit here and tell us
I'm Jeremy.
that Black Lives Matter,
that's my name.
that he's with us.
Squid, you're always welcome back.
And no offense to all my
Oh, I missed the subscription earlier. Thanks so much for your subscription, David. Dave Worth.
being oppressed, and you're just as bad as the oppressor because you are literally sitting here agreeing with the oppressor. Like, you are, I don't know if he's black, I'm assuming he's a black man that has a Blue Lives Matter shirt on, walking away from people of color with a group of white people that have Blue Lives Matter flags and stand for white supremacy. Like, that is so backwards to me. Like, it doesn't make any sense how you can even say remotely that you agree with it. Alright, well, they're gone now. Guys, so thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys for sitting with us. I'm sorry we didn't march today. We really appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for trusting us. Thank you guys for allowing us to have that conversation, giving us space for that conversation. Because having the support of you guys here
Looks like it's coming to an end. So I'm going to be making my way back home. It'll take me about half an hour to an hour. Once I'm home, I'm going to start another live stream, post all the live feeds from Portland. And I'll probably be doing that for quite a long time tonight, more than likely. So if you guys want to check that out, be sure to do that. Yeah.
Can everyone just live around the little spots for Taekwondo real quick and I'll This happened today because he voiced how important he was, he's been voicing how important it was, and that's why we are a unique group here. This was actually brought up last night in one of our meetings, so this is something that we're going to keep on doing because there's, like, for example, we didn't get to have a conversation with them about why we find the flag offensive. I think that...
Yeah, I heard about that on the news. That's pretty cool. Well, news, a.k.a. the protesters, Facebook feeds, but whatever. I'm not going to stream my way home. It'll just be loud static all the way.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for trusting us. We love you all.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys. I thank you so much for coming out. I appreciate you coming out. I'm going to end the stream here. You guys have a great night.
All right, everybody. Make sure you use the buddy